All right, this is Wholesale Weekly Update number 5. This is a pretty decent week. Still no contracts, still no closes or funded anything, but gaining more knowledge, gaining more skills. This week, the highlight, I guess, what happened was I got signed up for property leads. Had a little bit of a hiccup there with my little account manager person. I tried to get him on a week before. He wouldn't answer, so I ended up trying just to start my account, but couldn't do that till the onboarding happened. It was a little bit of nonsense. But Friday, I got money put in my account, and I can now go live. I've not gone live on those yet because I'm still trying to decide whether I want to do just nationwide or to go statewide with like a handful of states, like 5 states. I'm thinking I'm going to go nationwide. There was an argument or a debate, I guess, that was happening in Discord the other day where it was whether to go nationwide or whether to go specific statewide. I don't really know. I don't have any data. I don't have any feedback. I get the mentality behind it. The nationwide, you can have a larger blanket where you're getting more leads for less money, and so you have more opportunities at bat. The statewide, you're probably getting a little bit more sniper approached, probably better leads. You're not getting the rural area stuff, but you still might. You never know. So I don't know. I put almost 3K into property leads. I'll probably do a split test and do nationwide for about $1,500, and then those specific states for another $1,500. Another thing that I did this week, which is a first, is I purchased some iSpeed to lead leads. Friday, there was a deal where every single lead was $15. So I feel like I couldn't pass that up. I ended up getting 5 leads. I got 3 that were local to my local market. I thought that was interesting that I could kind of just pick those. And then I got 2 that were just in other states that I thought were good criteria. They were vacant, distressed, financial reasons. They're just ready to be done, it seemed like, from the lead. So called those up this morning, and I talked to one person. I'm going to follow up with him tomorrow. That was Ohio or Illinois lead, I'm pretty sure. I think there might be a deal there. So we'll have a conversation and try to beat out the competition with kind of explaining the numbers and being a little bit transparent. Another win for this week is I met someone else that I've been wanting to meet since I joined TU. I met Jairo Rodriguez. That was an interesting conversation. He just jumped into Discord, which was cool. And Claude jumped in, which Claude is someone I strongly respect, and I try to listen every single time he talks. There was an interesting debate about novations that was said, and that was kind of also where the idea of the nationwide larger blanket, more shots at bat came to the side, where the opposite side of like PPC or PPL in specific states came in. A lot of insight there. Would love to pick both of their brains even more. Cool thing with Hyro too is the next day on Saturday, he was doing an iSpeed to lead live, and I watched majority of that, gained some insight, gained some knowledge. I like the way that he approaches talking to sellers. I think it's pretty direct and straightforward. It cuts through a lot of the BS, and it just gets direct to a result. So watching some more of his stuff and gaining more information that I can. Next week is going to be focused on dripping those leads in from property leads and just start calling those leads and just stay on top of that. Get the drips in, get connected with sellers, and then making offers. Because I think that the most important thing is actually making an offer. I'm still a little bit scared on that. I'm still feeling like I need to run to somebody else to make sure that the numbers are good. So next week, I think I'm going to try to shoot my shot a little bit more. I'm going to focus on actually making offers and sending out a contract at the end of the conversation, no matter what. I think that that's what's going to win, because someone else is going to do it if I don't. The other thing for this week that was pretty cool is I got into Claude AI. There's so much you could do with it. It's pretty freaking amazing. So Nick, who's in TU, one of the head guys, he kind of gave us an overview of Claude AI. And you can literally take YouTube videos from anyone that you like to listen to, 12 hours worth of content, and put it in there. And it just gives it as if it's the brain of that content. So I just uploaded a bunch of RJ and Cassie, the King Closers formula, live seller calls, some of the objection handlings, just so many different comping and underwriting. I put all that in Claude, and I found a way to upload recordings of myself on calls with sellers, and then I had it grade me based off of the king closer formula, and then give me advice as if it was RJ, to help me grow and be better. Like, it was crazy. It would give me a full score and a breakdown synopsis of each step of the king closer formula, where I did good, where I did wrong, and what I should have did instead, and probably what RJ would have said. So I created a whole manifesto of the king closers formula and an if then that statement where it just goes sequentially down the whole formula. I also did the same thing for comping and underwriting, which this thing is eye-opening. Like, these things are crazy. They're amazing. They're good. It gave me an example. It gave me a seller example with real numbers, fake comps that I was going through, different scenarios and situation, what to look for, the current market value, the after repair value. Like, it's just so detailed. So I'm going to use Claude AI as a way to help with my educational process to get better and just integrate it. I'm still doing the free version, but I can do one thing every 5 hours. So it's just a part of my daily schedule to implement something within the educational side of myself. So that's this week. I mean, a lot of learning this week, a lot of just like gaining more information. Next week, I'm going to apply that stuff into calling the leads and try to get something under contract. That's my goal. I want to be an asset to my team and actually lock something up next week. And I think dripping property leads on, working these iSpeed to lead leads that I finally purchased, I think that we're going to make something happen next week. So we'll see you next week. Remember to stay happy, hungry, and humble.